welcome back to my channel. This is Vardha here, and today we had an Instagram hop where I showcased 4 of these boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I actually recorded the footage for it, but then I realized my footage was not good enough. I had set up my phone in a way where the important steps were getting missed and they were all over the place. So guess what? I am re-recording the steps, and very quickly I'll show you how to create these boxes. So let's get started. Let's first see how to create this and this. They are both similar. The only difference is the way we have finished them. Here I have tied everything, and crisscross like a plus, and I've tied the ribbon on top. Here I have adhered one side. Here also one side is adhered. On this box though, I have adhered one side. The other side I have left it, and with 2 punched holes I have attached a ribbon, and that's how you can open this box. So similar ones, just the closing of them is different, and I'll show you how to create them, and then we'll see the rest. All right, let's get started. Let me put this aside. Okay, I'm going to create one, but I will explain how both of them are structured. Okay, the idea for the paper, or the requirement for this particular kind of a box, is that your paper, at least in the case that I did, your paper should be sturdy but not stiff. I hope you understand what I'm saying. These Spellbinders, club kits, papers, these are perfect. These are sturdy enough, they hold their shape, but they are not stiff. So they are not as stiff as a cardstock. Okay, so let me do this. What we're going to do is we are going to create a tiny flap on one side. Keep in mind, this needs to be the one which is going to hold adhesive. I'm going to use this tape, so I'm approximately keeping it so that my tape will be completely covered. Now for the rest of them, I'm going to simply fold to create 4 folds. Now the same idea can be extended where you actually measure this, divided by number of sides you want. I want 4 in this case. You can make it 6, you can make it 8. You can actually take the measurement of this, divide it by the number of sides you want, and score them. But I wanted to show these boxes where you don't need any fancy tool, not even any scoring tool or something. You can still do it. You don't need to remember any fancy measurements, or you don't need to remember any measurements. You can still do this without remembering any measurements or using the tools. Sorry, I'm not able to speak properly today. Okay, so this is one direction in which we have folded. On the other side, we are simply going to open this and fold the bottom, and we are also going to repeat this score line for the top. I'm not going all the way to the middle because I want it to be a little bit like a rectangle-ish box, but if you want it to be a square kind of a box, you can go all the way to the middle. It's fine. Okay, now for the cutting part. I'm going to cut each of these so that I leave a little hair length or hair width to separate them, so that I can close them very nicely. For this one, I'm going to trim the top and the bottom, because for my closures I don't want the 5th element. I don't want this element. I want only the 4 sides to close, and this will only hold the box together. So that's the idea. So let's start. Here I want to simply snip this off. I don't need this part. on this side I'm going to snip off almost like a very skinny triangle. Please ignore any background noises you might hear from my girl. She's on a phone with her girlfriends and you know how that is. Okay, repeat the same thing, cut very skinny triangles on every single fold line that we made. And now we assemble. Assembly is very easy. You could do this with liquid adhesive also. I just don't have the patience to wait and let it dry, so I'm using my trusted tape. Again, this came from Spellbinders Kits. Sorry, I trimmed my nails and now do you struggle with your tape like this? I do that all the time. Struggling, I mean. And then we close this very carefully, line it up, and then shut it tight. Then for the bottom, we are simply going to add adhesive on one side and close it like that. But before I do that, let me enforce some of the score lines. I didn't do a good job here. So let me just, yeah, I think I'm good. So on one side, I'm simply going to adhere a little bit of adhesive here. See, again, that struggling happens every single time. Okay, hold everything properly and then close this shut. On this side, if you simply want to do it like this, wrap a ribbon and you get this style. For this, what I did was, oops, I did it wrong. I should have adhered the other side. So I think it's not a good idea to make this kind of a closure here, but still I'll explain what I did. So before I assembled, I figured out which two parts I want to have like a milk carton kind of a closure, and hold it like this, and then made two punch holes, two holes with a punch, and then put the ribbon through it, and that's what you get. For this one, I'm not going to do it because see, the words are going this side. I don't want the closure to come down, so I'll probably just use it like this one. First and second box, there you have it. Okay, let's move on. This one, the candy kind of a thing. I think you can use this. I know you can use this kind of a fold even for packaging something. In our case though, we are going to create the box and then we are going to put things inside it. Also, for this particular one, it helps to have almost like a wrapping paper kind of thin paper for making this. It is more easy to maneuver and it's more easy to fluff it up. See, in my case, it's not, the middle part is not fluffed up, because the minute I try to do this, everything, all of this also comes together. I mean, I can either open these two or these two, because this is a very relatively stronger paper. It's a little bit not as easy to maneuver as your wrapping paper. So again, we are going to do similar kind of folds, and there is one little experiment I want to do. I want to see if making these openings bigger will help fluff this up. It doesn't look bad, it looks great like this, but I want to see how to make it more fluffed up. Okay, so the idea is simple. Again, create a flap, fold, and then fold one more time. Now on this, I'm going to simply trim off one triangle like that and that. Remember, in this case, I'm not going to disconnect this area of the flap because I still want that whole top portion to be together. And now we'll use the same triangle, line it up exactly on our fold line, the line where we scored, and then use it to cut both sides. You can easily eyeball this, you don't have to be so specific. I'm just showing you how you can get it almost as close to perfect as possible. Repeat on the other side. Line up the score lines. There you go. Now all we have to do is adhere all these. So, oops, I ended up cutting too much. I'm hoping it will still work. Let's see. Yeah, my girl is talking to her friends and they all are squealing, and that's the background noise you're hearing. Please ignore. There you go. Now open this up. Reinforce the score lines and then tie together with a ribbon here and a ribbon at the top. That's how you get it. That is this box. And the last one is the easiest one. In fact, if you are considering doing like some class Valentines or something and you want to mass produce, I highly recommend the last one because it's very easy. All you need is a square paper. I have taken 6 by 6, so it creates a really big box. You can add like a couple sneakers, smaller things in it, or a small Hershey's bar in it, or maybe eraser, sharpeners, whatever you want. It's a pretty good size. So yeah. So this is what we are going to do. We are first going to attach this side. And this is how I find it's easiest to do. Line it up very carefully on the edge and do it the same way on the other side. Once your one edge is secure, the other side automatically lines up. Then you're going to squeeze one side of it, not the other, just one side of it. You can actually fold it and adhere it like that. I'm going to, yeah, let's do that. Why not? In my original box, what I did was I actually added tape here and I adhered it like that. In this one, I'm simply going to, I trimmed the sides and I'm going to use the cut as my guide. Don't worry, I'm not folding it this way. I just scored it so that I can easily turn it the other way. And I put it inside. And now I'm simply, you can actually trim it away also. I'm just folding it and keeping it inside. And add your adhesive. And then fold it and seal it shut. And then I'm going to take it like this. Add 2 punch holes and then pass the ribbon through it. That's all. That's all there is. If you want to add like a sentiment, or if you want to add some die cuts or something, pick a side which looks nice. For example, this looks pretty nice. You can put the bow over here and you can decorate it over here. With this one, I think this side looks nice, so you can put the bow here, or bow on this. I put the bow on this side already. You can decorate it more. All of these you can add more stuff, or sentiments, or labels, or tags, or what have you. I just wanted to keep it with the basic idea that this is how you create. You go crazy with your pizzazz. Thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you like these ideas and do give it a try. And if you happen to create, don't forget to tag me on social media so I can give you a shout out. Thank you so much. Bye now.